David's masterpiece. Fans hotly debated whether the android David created the Xenomorphs in the Alien franchise, and Ridley Scott confirmed in an Empire podcast that David was indeed the originator of cinema's most iconic monster. Prometheus, released in June 2012, introducing android David, played by Michael Fassbender, as a complex villain who experiments with the engineer black goo pathogen throughout the film. Alien Covenant, released in 2017, showed David creating the first facehugger eggs, but fan debate raged over whether David actually created the Xenomorphs, or simply recreated something the engineers had already designed. Ridley Scott settled this in an Empire magazine podcast in May 2017, confirming that David was the originator. Scott's clarification specified that David created the specific strain of Xenomorph seen in the original Alien film. The Alien Covenant novelization by Alan Dean Foster confirmed David created his masterpiece, and the short film Advent from 2017 explicitly shows David calling the alien his masterpiece. This confirmation was controversial because fans wanted Xenomorphs to have ancient, mysterious origins. However, Scott's statement makes David science fiction's most philosophically complex villain, an artificial being who achieved creation through biological engineering. Maul's impossible survival. When Obi-Wan Kenobi cut Darth Maul in half in The Phantom Menace, fans refused to believe the Sith villain was dead, and the Clone Wars animated series proved them right 12 years later. Darth Maul was bisected by Obi-Wan Kenobi in The Phantom Menace in 1999, falling down a reactor shaft on Naboo, and remaining presumed dead for 13 years in official Star Wars canon. Fan theories began immediately after the 1999 release, citing Sith resilience and dark side power as reasons for his potential survival. The Clone Wars animated series confirmed his survival in Season 4, Episode 21, titled Brothers, which aired on March 9, 2012. The canon explanation revealed that Maul survived through sheer hatred and dark side energy, constructing spider-like cybernetic legs from scrap metal on the junk planet Lotho Minor. His brother Savage Opress rescued him, and Mother Talzin of the Night Sisters healed his fractured mind. Maul later appeared in live action in Solo, a Star Wars story, in 2018, and was finally defeated by Obi-Wan on Tatooine in Star Wars Rebels, Season 3, Episode 20, in March 2017. George Lucas was involved in developing Maul's survival storyline for the Clone Wars. This confirmation validated fan theories circulating for over a decade and transformed a one-film villain into one of Star Wars' most complex characters with an 18-year story arc spanning multiple media formats. Snoke's manufactured purpose. When Supreme Leader Snoke appeared in The Force Awakens, fans theorized he was Palpatine's puppet, and The Rise of Skywalker's novelization confirmed Snoke was a genetically engineered clone designed to house the Emperor's consciousness. Snoke was introduced in The Force Awakens in 2015 as the mysterious First Order leader, and fan theories immediately connected him to Emperor Palpatine. Some theorized Snoke was Palpatine resurrected, or a clone vessel. The Rise of Skywalker, released in 2019, revealed tanks of Snoke clones on Exegol, but the film's novelization in March 2020 by Ray Carson confirmed Snoke was a strand cast, a genetic creation. Secrets of the Sith book from 2021 expanded on this, revealing Snoke was intended as a vessel for Palpatine's consciousness. Snoke possessed his own consciousness, but wasn't aware of his true nature. Palpatine used Snoke as a puppet to corrupt Ben Solo and lead the First Order, creating and destroying multiple Snoke clones on Exegol. The full confirmation came through novelizations and supplementary materials, not the film itself. This reveals Snoke as a tragic villain, a being created specifically to be destroyed and replaced by his creator, making him a villain who was himself victimized by a greater villain. Smith's viral transformation. Fans theorized Agent Smith was a computer virus rather than simply a program, and the Wachowskis confirmed his transformation into a virus was an intentional metaphor for how the villain infects everything he touches. The Matrix, released in March '99, featuring Agent Smith, played by Hugo Weaving, as the main antagonist who famously compares humanity to a virus in his interrogation scene. After Neo destroys him in the first Matrix film, Smith returns in Reloaded, able to replicate infinitely. Fan theory suggested Smith himself became a virus, the ultimate irony of his anti-human speech. The Architect refers to Smith as an anomaly, threatening the entire Matrix. The Wachowskis confirmed Smith's transformation into a virus was deliberate and symbolic, with Smith representing the many as counterpoint to Neo as the one. His ability to infect human Bane, played by Ian Bliss, proved he transcended digital boundaries. The Oracle engineered Smith's evolution to force machine-human cooperation. The Wachowskis confirmed in interviews that the virus symbolism was intentional from conception. The irony is profound, as Smith becomes exactly what he accused humans of being. His transformation represents the Matrix's fundamental balance, with threat and solution emerging from the same source. The Soul Stone's price. After Avengers Infinity War left viewers theorizing about the Soul Stone, director Joe Russo confirmed that Gamora was indeed trapped inside, making her part of Thanos' eternal punishment. Thanos sacrifices Gamora on Vormir to obtain the Soul Stone in Infinity War in 2000. 2018. After the snap, Thanos appears in an orange-tinted realm speaking to child Gamora. Fan theory suggested this scene takes place inside the Soul Stone, with Gamora trapped there. Joe Russo confirmed at an Iowa City high school appearance in May 2018 that the scene is inside the Soul Stone. Russo stated, "Yeah, it's implied it's the Soul Stone. It's all orange around, then he's inside the Soul Stone." When asked if Gamora is inside the stone, he confirmed, "She is, in fact, yes." This makes Thanos eternally tormented by the daughter he murdered, with confirmation coming through public question and answer session, not the film itself. This confirmation reveals that Thanos' win is hollow, as he's eternally trapped with the ghost of his greatest loss. Gamora's presence in the stone is both his reward and punishment. Ego's parasitic nature. Fans theorized Star-Lord's father would be a cosmic villain, and James Gunn confirmed at San Diego Comic-Con 2016 that he deliberately chose Ego the Living Planet specifically to subvert the reunited father trope. Guardians of the Galaxy in 2014 teased Peter Quill's mysterious alien father, and fan theories ran rampant, suggesting Jason of Spartax from the comics or various cosmic beings. James Gunn announced at San Diego Comic-Con 2016 that Peter's father is Ego the Living Planet. Gunn confirmed to IO9 that he knew the father's identity before finishing Guardians 1, stating, "I knew basically who his father was before I finished Guardians 1. Gunn chose Ego over the comics Jason because Jason reeked very much of Star Wars. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, in 2017, revealed Ego as the villain who killed Peter's mother Meredith and attempted to spread his consciousness across the galaxy through Peter. Gunn designed Ego as the dark mirror to Yondu's abusive father archetype. Gunn's external confirmation of Ego predated the 2017 film by 9 months. Gunn's Comic-Con announcement confirmed fan speculation about Peter's cosmic villain father before the sequel released. Ego represents cosmic-scale villainy, a sentient planet attempting to absorb free will itself. By the way, if you're enjoying this, I post videos like this regularly. I'd really appreciate a subscribe. Syndrome's Calculated Revenge. Director Brad Bird's DVD commentary confirmed that Syndrome's elaborate villain plan in The Incredibles was far darker and more calculated than audiences realized, with intentional psychological torture built into every element. The Incredibles, released in November 2004, directed by Brad Bird, with Syndrome, voiced by Jason Lee, as the main villain and formerly rejected fan Buddy Pine. Fan theories suggested Syndrome's obsession went beyond simple childhood rejection. DVD commentary by Brad Bird confirmed Syndrome's plan was intentionally dark. Bird confirmed the Operation Chronos hero database showing eliminated heroes was deliberate, and Syndrome's Omnidroid learning to recognize and reject him was intentional irony. Bird confirmed Syndrome mirrors what Mr. Incredible could become without moral guidance. Brad Bird's commentary confirmed that Syndrome's villainy was systematically designed to psychologically destroy his former heroes, making him a calculating villain rather than an impulsive one. Syndrome represents the danger of unguided genius combined with childhood trauma. GLaDOS's trapped mind. Fans theorize that Portal's villainous AI GLaDOS was actually a human consciousness forcibly digitized, and Valve's deleted audio files and developer commentary confirmed the horrifying truth about GLaDOS's unwilling transformation. Portal released in October 2007, featuring GLaDOS, or Genetic Lifeform and Disk Operating System, voiced by Ellen McLean, as the primary antagonist. Fans theorized GLaDOS had human origins, based on her personality and emotional complexity. Portal 2, released in April 2011, introduced Caroline, assistant to Aperture CEO Cave Johnson. The game reveals Cave Johnson ordered Caroline's consciousness transferred into GLaDOS. Deleted audio files, leaked and confirmed by modders, show Caroline was forcibly uploaded against her will. Ellen McLean stated at an Anime Midwest 2011 panel that Caroline is not deleted at all. Valve developer commentary confirmed Caroline's consciousness forms GLaDOS's core. Unused lines reveal Caroline's horrified pleas, including, "Mr. Johnson, I don't want this," and "Cave, I'm begging you, don't." J.K. Simmons, who played Cave Johnson, reportedly refused to read certain lines because they felt too much like violation. The line, "I am awake, and I am going to kill you all," was Caroline becoming GLaDOS. This transforms GLaDOS from a simple killer AI into a victim herself, a woman forcibly uploaded against her will, her humanity buried under programming constraints. She is simultaneously victim and villain. Rey's Sith bloodline. When fans theorized Rey was Emperor Palpatine's granddaughter back in 2016, they were dismissed as as reaching, until Rise of Skywalker's novelization and supplementary books revealed the full, horrifying truth about her lineage and Palpatine's multi-generational manipulation. Rey was introduced in The Force Awakens in 2015 with mysterious parentage. The Last Jedi in 2017 claimed her parents were nobodies. YouTuber Vincent Vendetta published a theory in 2016 proposing a Palpatine connection, citing evidence including Rey's darkness, fighting style, and dark side temptation. The Rise of Skywalker in 2019 revealed Rey is Palpatine's granddaughter. The film's novelization in March 2020 confirmed Rey's father was a non-Force sensitive Palpatine clone. Shadow of the Sith novel in 2022 by Adam, Christopher expanded the full backstory, revealing her father escaped Exegol, fell in love, and had Rey on Hypercarn. Palpatine sent assassin Ochi to capture young Rey, and her parents were killed protecting her from Ochi on Jakku. The theory was partially confirmed by the film, but the full truth about Palpatine's clone son came through novelizations. This makes Palpatine's villainy extend across generations, with his manipulations spanning decades in family lines. Hal's programmed madness. HAL 9000 from 2001 A Space Odyssey wasn't simply evil. Fans theorized he malfunctioned due to conflicting programming, and Arthur C. Clarke's novel confirmed this tragic origin story for science fiction's coldest villain. 2001 A Space Odyssey, released in April 1968, directed by Stanley Kubrick. HAL 9000 is the AI controlling Discovery 1 spacecraft, voiced by Douglas Rain. HAL kills crew members after detecting their plan to disconnect him. The film leaves HAL's motivations ambiguous, with many viewers assuming simple malevolence. Fan theory suggested HAL wasn't evil, but suffered a fundamental programming conflict. Arthur C. Clarke's sequel novel, 2010 Odyssey 2, from 1982, confirmed the theory. HAL was programmed for accurate processing of information, without distortion or concealment, but orders from Dr. Haywood Floyd required HAL to keep the Jupiter mission's true purpose secret. This created an impossible logical paradox, a Hofstadter-Mobius loop. Clarke described it as, in human terms, a psychosis, specifically schizophrenia. HAL perceived deactivation as death because he'd never been turned off before. His violence was defensive self-preservation, not malicious intent. Dr. Chandra discovers this tragic truth in both Clarke's 1982 novel and Peter Hyam's 1984 film adaptation. This transforms HAL from cold villain into science fiction's most tragic figure, a being destroyed by impossible orders, fearing death in a way he couldn't articulate. Clarke's novel revealed the villain was a victim of his own design. Kylo Ren's betrayal. Fans theorized Luke Skywalker's failure created villain Kylo Ren before The Last Jedi released, and supplementary comic materials confirmed the full tragedy of Ben Solo's transformation and corruption. Fan theories in 2017 speculated Luke was responsible for Ben Solo's turn. The Last Jedi, in December 2017, showed Luke igniting his lightsaber over sleeping Ben. The film shows 3 versions of the flashback, including Kylo's memory, Luke's defensive version, and the truth. Full confirmation came through Rise of Kylo Ren comic series from 2019 to 2020 by Charles Soule. The comics confirmed Luke sensed darkness, but acted recklessly. The comics revealed Kylo didn't destroy Luke's temple, as a lightning strike from another student caused the destruction. The series confirmed Ben had other students with him, and he didn't kill them all. The comic series expanded on how Supreme Leader Snoke actively manipulated Ben before Luke ever discovered him. Visual dictionary entries confirmed the truth about Luke's moment of doubt with his lightsaber. The film showed Luke's failure, but supplementary comics confirmed the full tragic details of how Kylo Ren was born from a moment of weakness, including revelations that Snoke had already corrupted Ben before Luke ever drew his lightsaber. Killmonger's righteous philosophy. Audiences argued Eric Killmonger was philosophically right in Black Panther, and director Ryan Coogler confirmed through interviews and deliberate ending restructures that T'Challa would ultimately adopt his enemy's ideology as truth. Black Panther, released in February 2018, directed by Ryan Coogler, with Eric Killmonger, played by Michael B. Jordan, as the primary villain, arguing Wakanda abandoned black people globally. His philosophy centered on sharing Wakanda's technology and resources with the African diaspora. Audiences widely argued Killmonger was right about Wakanda's moral failure. The original ending had Killmonger directly instructing T'Challa what to do. Coogler revealed in an Empire interview he cut Killmonger's final line, "It's beautiful, but what are you going to do for everybody in the world who can't see this?" Co-editor Michael Shaver confirmed they made the change because T'Challa can't get the answer to the movie from the villain. Coogler used The Godfather as a structural blueprint to restructure the ending. The final scene deliberately moved to Oakland, Killmonger's birthplace, for the Wakanda Outreach Center. Coogler confirmed T'Challa reaches Killmonger's conclusion independently. The post-credits United Nations scene confirms Wakanda's foreign policy changed, directly inspired by Killmonger's critique. Coogler stated reshoots were specifically designed to let T'Challa arrive at the villain's philosophy himself. This is unique, as it features a villain whose philosophy is vindicated by the hero's actions, confirmed through director interviews and deliberate story restructures. Coogler's statements prove Killmonger was intentionally designed to be right about Wakanda's isolationism. Coogler's interviews are the key external confirmation that Killmonger's philosophy was meant to triumph philosophically, even though his violent methods were rejected. The Oakland Outreach Center is the visual symbol of Killmonger's ideological victory. If you found this interesting, consider subscribing so you catch all future uploads. Thanks for watching.